From the studios of Books in Motion, this is Caryn Hoaglund, reading No Accounting for Murder, a by-the-numbers mystery, Book 1, by Leeann Betts. Now let's begin with No Accounting for Murder, Chapter 1. Bear Cove, Maine, population 312 souls at the height of the lobster season, was normally a sleepy little town caught in the 1880s, its heyday, right where it wants to be, and just the way Carly Turnquist liked it. But not this morning. Faintly at first, building in volume came sounds not normally heard in quiet Bear Cove. Horns blared, voices shouted, and bass music boomed, rattling the pictures on the walls. Carly pressed her face closer to the window pane, tipping her head first right, then left, determining the direction of the commotion. "Sounds like it's coming from downtown," she muttered to no one in particular. "I hope it's not one of those Watkins boys joyriding again." Not wanting to be left out of the loop, she took the stairs 2 at a time, up to the bedroom she shared with her husband Mike, arriving at the top landing slightly out of breath. Deciding what to wear to check out the blaring horns and loud voices wasn't difficult. As a forensics accountant who worked out of her home, Carly had a handy wardrobe replete with sweats, jeans, t-shirts, and hoodies. Sitting on the edge of the bed to tie her sneakers, Carly checked her reflection in the mirror over the dresser. She brushed her shoulder-length brown hair back behind her ears and fluffed her bangs. Tugging at the hem of her hoodie, she pivoted slightly. Not bad for 50. Need to walk more. She patted her derriere, smiling at her mock vanity. Grabbing her keys from the end of the kitchen counter, she headed for the front door. On the way, she snatched a box of files ready for mailing to a client. Make every trip a business trip was her motto. After locking the front door, she hurried to her car and set the box on the back seat. Starting the engine, she drove toward the downtown section, drawing ever closer to the continuing commotion. Carly rounded the corner to Main Street, then parked. The town's 2 police officers stood in the middle of the street, their vain attempts to control traffic not meeting with much success. A large parade-style float sat in the middle of the street, surrounded by people and cars. Music blared from a display. Getting out of her car to get a better look at the float, her jaw dropped. Amidst the trees and oversized flowers dotting the platform of the flatbed truck, nearly naked men and women danced on the float. A large banner read, "Bear yourself in Bear Cove." A tinny-sounding recording played a looped message, and Carly strained to make out snatches of the words, "Adult Entertainment Community, first of its kind in the state. Express your individuality and get an employment application here." She crossed the street, dodging an oncoming vehicle. Standing on the corner of the intersection, she waved to the town's only female officer, who waved white-gloved hands to oncoming motorists. "What's going on?" Maria shrugged. "Promoting some kind of new development on the outskirts of town." "Don't you need a permit for a parade or demonstration?" "The chief checked on that already. One was issued first thing this morning." Maria waved at a minivan loaded with kids and bicycles, directing it through the intersection. "It's not even 9 o'clock. Who issued the permit?" "Personally handwritten out by the mayor is what I heard." "Since when does the mayor bother with a parade permit? Or much of anything else, for that matter. Particularly before 9 a.m.? Carly kicked at a pebble near her foot, skittering the small rock across the street. Maria nodded. "I know what you're saying. Still, the paperwork is in order." "The signs say something about an entertainment facility?" Maria leaned in and lowered her voice. "Sounds like they don't really want us to know what they're doing." "Why would the mayor think Bear Cove would want such a business here?" Maria waved another.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?